Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to an all-new episode of POV, Point of View. We have a packed show in store for you all today. And joining us for this discussion is none other than Willie Montague.
Put some respect on it now.
All right.
Mr. Willie Montague.
Yeah.
Ciao. Coming up on today's show when it comes to Hollywood, well, Trump is making headlines again. He's announced plans to impose a 100% tariff on movies produced outside the United States. And later in Girlfriend's Guide, we're getting into the dangers of online dating with a wild story out of Florida. You won't want to miss it. So pull up a seat and join the discussion. You're watching POV. So last week, we discussed how the beauty industry's feeling the heat from all these new tariffs, right? Well, now Trump is aiming at Hollywood. That's right, you heard it. He's aiming at Hollywood. They're under fire. The movie business is officially under fire with a 100% tariff that's threatened on all films made outside the United States. Let's talk about how this could be reshaping what we see on the big screen. Willie, that's your dude. What's up?
Please explain.
So the White House came up with an announcement that this is not 100% a surety. They're looking at all possible options. He met with John Boyd, I believe it was, and that's where he came up with the tariffs because he believed that imposing the tariffs on movies that were made outside of the country would put more money back in restoring Hollywood.
How?
Yeah.
Because if the movie is made out of that, so I don't believe these
so
tariffs.
This tariffs competition in the incentives for films in the U.S. to go somewhere else and film.
It wouldn't necessarily harm those movies that are made out of the country. It's
right.
more
if
of
it's
those
shown here.
If it's shown
and it's made
here,
outside of the country.
Right, but that go through Hollywood, not necessarily independent films, but those that go through Hollywood to be able to be, filmed here.
What if they go through Atlanta? Then it's okay?
I mean, it's not Hollywood. He's trying to restore Hollywood.
Oh, he's trying to restore the Hollywood itself.
He's trying to make Hollywood great again?
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm sick of Trump at this point, honey. I know God is going to do what he's going to do, and that is my only assurity and assurance in this life.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't understand how much time this man has or who he's using to come up with all these things. Like, thank God he wears a toupee. Because if this was his real hair that he had to show, there would be none left. There would be none left. Go to sleep. Why are you up bothering yourself with this mess? We didn't need that.
But wait a minute. While everybody else is paying 125%, he gonna get his hair. He gonna make sure his hair come at a discount.
Okay.
So y'all
better know it.
Okay.
Well,
listen, by now I'm sure his hair is being produced in the United States because he needed quick on demand.
His hair from the
wait for it to get lost in transit.
Beyonce hair.
That is Trump your hair. Y'all ain't talking about Trump now.
Okay.
All right. Willie.
Now, Trump done kept his hair all these years.
Now, Willie, be a good sport now.
Yeah, you better watch out because before he make you the token Negro and try to use your hair.
But now, what do y'all think about this? His move is an effort to protect and push American cinema. That's what you think. Do you think that?
American cinema has been failing. It's woke, and we have seen nothing but it's a lot of wokeness within the American cinema. It used to be good, wholehearted movies. Even with some of Tyler Perry stuff that he come up with, all it do is shows devastation of America. It shows devastation in the black homes. It's always the woman's out there being a whore and the man's running away from the house and the children acting up. We got to start getting back to good, wholesome films. So cinema overall has been destructive.
Oh, but you know what I want to say, Willie? I was a little bit confused by your last statement because normally when you talk about what the structure of the black home currently looks like, that's normally what you say it looks like. So I don't understand what's the problem with Tyler Perry depicting
I said that he's depicting it, but depict what we want the family to look like. Not what you want to continue to show people.
So tell them what they should be, not what they are.
The family should be Cosby's.
That wasn't a movie.
No, but that
and
is
it wasn't
what we
real.
want
The man
family.
was a rapist.
Exactly.
No, y'all leave Bill Cosby alone.
You gonna stop banging on this table now. It's Monday.
I said, I'm talking about the action of black families. You look at Will Smith and them with family. Now, you got Family Matters. You got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That was what culture looked like, where people could say, "Oh my God, the Jeffersons." But now it's always like that. Black folks
That's
are just
not technically
destructive.
black. That's not technically cinema, though, is it?
All you see
No,
most in the
television.
film is they
Right.
making black people look crazy.
But I asked you what was a movie.
Oh,
Like what
Trump's
was
gonna change
what was a wholesome movie? Like give the people an example
Oh, a
of what
wholesome
a
movie.
wholesome movie would look like.
Home Alone.
Oh,
That's
That's
not
white
black
people.
people.
Well, it doesn't matter. But you
Oh, now
got
it don't matter. Now it don't matter.
Well, how about this? How might this tariff impact Hollywood international collaborations and the global film market?
I don't think it's really going to impact nothing. Y'all are just being exaggerative because it's Trump.
'Cause it's 100%
It's
tariff?
not going to. This is not going to happen. Trump is a mastermind at.
Uh-oh, I'm going to stop right there.
He go, no, he
Oh,
is.
okay.
He,
Manipulation.
No,
Let's
he,
stop right
he
there.
is
Yes.
a mastermind. Let me finish because you know what
you
I'm
go
going to
ahead
say.
and
We're
finish
claiming my
this.
time.
Lord.
He is a mastermind at playing chess. And so it's all about, I'm serious. If you look at anything that just happened in the last few months,
can't with Willie.
he will go do something, pull it back, and re-strategize because he's all about invoking a sense of, I'm the president of the United States, and this will be under my rule and control.
Honey, you know, every week we say it can't get wilder than this. than that, what he was talking. And yet, here we are, okay, as usual. A woman caught on video yelling out a racist slur at a child, I think the child was 5 years old, is now the face of a fundraising campaign that's raised over $600,000. Yes, you heard that right. 6 figures, and not for the victim. Now, there's been a lot of mixed reactions around this, but before we discuss this, let's look at the clip.
Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him. Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say. Nobody digging to you.
A little kid just did, you don't.
That little kid, you call him a. The little child?
What if he acts like one, he's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, and the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know that's a hate speech, and you can be that.
I don't give a.
Huh.
Wow. What y'all got to say
I
about
think
this?
that this is a great representation of how Trump would like America to look.
Wow.
No. I believe that when you look at this situation, and first of all, to go backtrack what was said, because we are able to say it. So what?
Get it out, Willie. We're waiting.
Please,
So-
because I'm about to flip the table.
Right.
Don't flip the table. So this discussion we have to have, and this is where we get to, and I'm not in agreement with it. But however, we as a people, we have to start creating a standard for ourselves. I'm going to keep saying that over and over
So
again.
he should have hit her.
No, I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about as a people.
Well, she was being disrespectful.
I know what
So,
she was being
what-
disrespectful, and I said
Are
that she
you-
was
See,
wrong.
you can hide
We as a
history.
people, I'm
you
trying
can
to-
take
I'm
the
trying to figure out
history
where you're
books
going with
away.
If you let me finish,
But
you
yeah,
would know.
but you
You just
Don't
take it
sound
too
like
long
you
to get to the
don't
pot. So what is it?
But I'm saying that as a people, we have to start building our own, like I said before. Then we won't have to deal
Building
with
our
some
own
of these
community.
things.
So how would you have handled that situation if a white woman called your son a nigger? A nigger.
a nigger,
A
yeah.
hard R.
Yeah,
A hard R.
What is there to handle? You walk away. What, you want us to beat her down to the ground?
Oh my God. You would just walk away?
You cannot. I'm serious. What did Martin Luther King say?
If
You
I was
cannot
a man in that
return-
situation, I would have went to go get my wife immediately or my baby
No.
mom
No,
immediately.
No.
not in no state like that, baby. You see, they just raised $600,000 for her, baby.
No,
Your
I-
wife
you-
could.
And that's
You know,
also
people are
crazy.
still getting hanged every day now,
$100,000.
especially in a lot of them southern states.
No, I would simply.
They
This
do
was
this for the
disgusting.
killers. They did it for Rittenhouse. They did it for Zimmerman. They do this for killers.
This
Zimmerman
was
wasn't a white
disgusting.
man. Now, just so you're aware
Who?
of that. Zimmerman was not a white man.
Zimmerman was white enough. I want you to
it.
know that.
But
right
he wasn't, though.
But
Zimmerman was not a white man.
Against a black
They
child,
raised
they
money for
claimed him.
killers.
Right.
was to
I mean,
say
this is
that
the thing. You
illness.
can take history, you can remove history, but the bottom line is, if you're a beast, you're still a beast. No matter how you
What
remove
color you
history
are.
and move it around. I say, so that's the sad part. I mean, we want to say, oh, well, let's take the history out of the schools, let's remove the books, let's change it because we don't want our kids to feel bad that they did things. But yet, you continue to do the very same things you're trying to remove out of history. When does it change? How do you change the history if you continue being the same way?
I just said that. You create the history that you want people to know about you. All this complaining that niggers do is because we don't establish the standards
Y'all
we
looking
need
at
in our community.
Willie. Y'all looking
So
at
I'm
Willie.
just saying what I
right
said.
now, Willie need his ass beaten.
You're
so
looking
did that
at
woman.
Willie now.
Now, I'm serious. If we talk about as a people, a black people, where is our standard?
Where is our respect?
Yes.
Where is the respect
as
for
people?
ourselves?
Where's the respect?
Human
Ourselves.
beings.
But you always talk about black folks.
Should somebody have called her kid that?
Yeah, you call him a cracker, that wouldn't make no difference
No,
to me.
let's call him exactly the way she thinks she sees herself.
But what would you call him?
Well, you call her the N-word, right? That's how she
But
sees
she
it.
wouldn't be that. We would call a white
yes, she
person
would
a
be.
cracker.
Behaving that way, yes, she would be, because that's the definition. That behavior is the behavior of the N-word.
What is the definition of
she
a
wouldn't fit
nigger?
that?
What's the definition of a nigger?
Oh, listen,
That
it's supposed to be an
behavior.
uneducated person, I believe.
And
that
there
was
you
the
have it.
definition. But I'm not even gonna give the definition.
But that's
really, because
ridiculous.
you just blew me. I'm not even. This
What?
Can't
this is the
even
ghost
believe it.
of Natalia sitting here
Look,
right
y'all,
now. I'm not.
what?
I have left the
I'm going to
conversation.
take a quick commercial break,
Take the
but
break.
but coming up right after this, we're going to have Girlfriend's Guide and Mind, Body, and Soul. So stay tuned. You're watching POV.
Happy Monday, y'all. I got a question. So, what is one unwritten rule in your family that everyone follows but no one talks about?
I don't know how to explain it, but like my sisters and cousins, we have like a pact, and we can talk about anybody in our family, and it's just not gonna go anywhere else. I mean, we've never
Wow.
discussed it, and we never said that it happened, but we just all know.
Don't say
Hey,
nothing.
if I can talk about your mom, you can talk about my mom, we can talk about your daddy. It ain't going nowhere, staying right here.
Yeah, my family don't believe in that. I
Oh,
think
that's
that's probably
good.
why we're distant now. Yeah. I don't really know if I have something like an unwritten rule. My family is so distant. I tell y'all that all the time. My family is so distant, so I don't think that I have. That's the unwritten rule, distance.
I'm so dumb. No one talks about it. We just
We don't
do
talk
it.
about it because we don't see each other. We just do it. It's just an act.
Willie?
Oh,
Willie hasn't got himself together since the last dumb thing he said.
He hasn't. Right.
Bad behavior.
walking in
Okay.
the house without speaking. That's like a thing. If you don't speak when you walk in the house,
No,
it's
my father
no.
would hit you.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's
If you
the
don't
thing.
speak to him, it's a respect thing. He gonna let you know it's a respect thing.
Oh right, we say we didn't wake up with we didn't no.
I didn't sleep with you last night.
Yeah, I didn't sleep with you last night.
Okay, Raquel, you got one quickly?
All I would say is, I don't know, slamming doors.
Okay.
That's
No, my daddy also gonna let you know about slamming that door. So y'all drop down in our comments and let us know if y'all have an unwritten rule that your family follows, but does not. I'm going to vacation right now.
welcome back. Judy didn't get the chance to close out the commercial segment. We're back.
Don't worry about it.
In this segment, we have a little something for everyone, whether it's love, life, relationships, or anything in between. Let's dive into Girlfriend's Guide. Ooh, back in Florida, honey. Florida never disappoints when it comes to wild stories. A man has just been arrested for allegedly having not one, not two, but 3 wives, all living in different counties, all completely unaware of each other. And get this, he met each one on a different dating app and married them weeks after swiping right. Now he's facing felony bigamy charges And the internet is calling him the real-life Tinder swindler, Florida edition. What
Well,
y'all got to say about this
I mean,
one?
he's not an ugly man. He has beautiful eyes.
That's
you
the
know.
best thing working for him. He got a nice complexion too.
Yeah.
My grandma said never trust a man with puss eyes. That's what they
That's
call
what my
it.
sister
Really?
say.
She always
my
say
sister
that.
say.
Really? Yeah, he has some beautiful eyes. I don't know about marrying after what, a week? After a week?
Pretty quick.
I don't know about
Weeks
that.
after.
I don't understand how people have time for this. Like to be
To
on
hustle people.
like on not even hustle people, but just to be on dating apps like on a consistent basis.
Oh, it's difficult.
I remember back in the day I tried to do the whole like dating app thing. I tried one and then I just stopped because it was so overwhelming. Like it's too overwhelming for me. Like I get overwhelmed really fast. And I was just like, yeah, this is not for me. Then somebody made a Tinder account of me.
Wow.
It was terrible.
Wow.
Like it was a really bad.
I like being on the dating app. Well, I have been on the dating apps. About 2 weeks ago, I canceled my profile from all the dating apps.
You was overwhelmed?
Yeah, I was overwhelmed. I didn't have
It's a
time,
lot.
and it just wasn't what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I really wasn't finding it.
They
I found,
pen pals.
well, yeah, that's what it kind of ends up being.
Like pocket people.
Yeah. Well, you get on there and you look, you swipe and be like, oh, let's see, because it's entertaining. But then after a while, it's no longer entertaining. You know, I just canceled
I don't know.
it.
Could you have entertained this man? If
Oh,
he,
no.
If he slid you left?
Oh no, I would not.
Or right? Whichever way it is.
No.
Willie, you be on them dating apps? Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Shame the devil.
Yeah.
No,
You don't have
I mean,
time.
You
what
have, you have.
I've tried Bumble, but yes,
I don't know anything
Yeah.
about Bumble.
me
I
too,
just heard
me
about
too,
it.
Me too.
right. So you just
How
heard
long
about
you
it.
tried it for?
It don't because the same way it's more of a on Bumble, the woman has to respond to you first. That's the rule.
That's right.
And so most of them don't
That's right.
know that you swipe right, even though you do match.
Unless they match with you.
Well, they do match with you. That's the way you go. But you cannot even send a message.
The men can't
so
speak
they
to a woman until she
tell to
reaches
respond,
out
but
to
it
them
just
to say
sits
hello.
there most of the time because they never. It's like they swipe
interesting.
right on you, you swipe right on them, and they're probably thinking, oh, he's not interested, but you just did not
Engage.
initiate first. So
So
yeah,
have you
Woman
ever
naturally waits for a man.
Have you ever
Most of the
found
time.
someone on one of those
What?
dating sites like on Bumble, and then you were waiting for them to comment, and then you went and found them on another social platform like Facebook or Instagram? Tell the truth.
no,
Shame
I
the
don't-
devil.
There's red flags, right? When you're doing these on these dating apps that you have your own stands, you know what your red
Because
flags
most people are pretending to be somebody that they're really
are. All
not.
the time. All the time.
Because that's how easy social media is. Like it's so easy to be somebody else.
And even now with ChatGPT, you don't even gotta write your own bio. So these ain't even your thoughts.
Sometimes you
I
need a
see
little
that.
help.
None of
to
it's your
articulate
responses,
yourself.
even when you're in like text messages, unless you get them on the phone or FaceTime. You
Yeah,
don't know who you're
gotta
talking
get
to.
them on the phone so you know who you're talking to. And then at that point, at least you know the face, but then you don't know the personality.
Yeah.
But how about when it comes to this story, what does it say about how we trust people too quickly when it comes to dating online? That's why you do the video.
I'm not dating online. So
I don't know about
how
what
to-
we doing when it comes
Yeah.
to trusting people. 'Cause that's
Right.
what they
But
did.
what I was
Right.
doing was getting on the video right away.
Okay.
Because I want to make sure that whoever I'm talking to, at least I can see them.
Right.
So you
But-
didn't believe the verification process?
I did not. No.
Because this recently had to happen, and
Really?
she sent me
You got catfish?
she sent me her phone number and said, let's go ahead and skip to. I need you to call me FaceTime so I know I'm talking to the right person. But that more felt sketchy to me.
Really?
Yeah, because
Like to
once-
get your personal number.
right, because I mean,
personal
we
number.
just matched 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay,
Call me right now.
right. I'm like, wait a minute now. You know, like that.
Right.
That was because people nowadays can run phone numbers
Yeah.
and find everything about you.
information,
Right.
right.
So I'm like, it's not before when it's like, oh, we're going to a Yellow Pages. Like you can go type in people find her, pay $20 and know
is
my
true.
address, my mama address.
You don't even need a phone number for that. You need
Well,
a person
true.
It's not
that
$20 either.
Yeah.
But you know that some apps have the video built in. So you don't have to exchange numbers. You can talk to people within the app.
Not Hinge.
Oh, well,
I thought you said you was only on Bumble.
Well, yeah.
Hell yeah, you see?
So now-
She is
boy.
investigating.
A lot don't care who telling you.
Because you lied to us.
Okay.
Like, you just
He's
straight
talking
up
about
lied.
not in. Why are you lying like that?
Reset.
Now we
A
feel like we
week.
can't trust nothing you say,
Exactly.
really?
Exactly.
Good.
Just like a man. You
Next.
just like a man.
Yeah.
What did it say?
So, okay, so you found out your partner has 2 other spouses. What would be the first move?
You know, polygamy is a big thing today.
Is it?
To you?
No.
Today.
Oh, I thought you said to you. I was concerned.
We're already trying to. One is enough.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
up
I'm
here with
saying.
y'all. I'm struggling.
Ooh,
Yeah.
stop it.
If I found out, I would just be out of there, babe.
I'm making my exit.
Yeah, work it out with them, but
And
don't
at
worry
that
about
point,
me.
the marriage isn't legal anyway.
Exactly.
At the moment that you made me feel like I was a choice, I'm gone.
Well, what God forbid you was the first one, baby. Oh Lord.
Honey. All right, y'all. It's time for the final segment of the day. Let's get into mind, body, and soul. All right, so let's be real. We all have that one bill we avoid opening or that doctor's appointment we keep pushing off. But did you know there's actually a name for that behavior? It's called the ostrich effect. And no, it's not just about ignoring problems. It's a legit psychological bias. We're literally avoiding bad news on purpose. And even when it makes things worse in the long run. So why do we do it? And what are we really afraid to face?
I just want to know, is that what ostriches really do? Like, do they just avoid everything?
Well, I think they're trying to make that analogy about
Because
they
hide
put their
their
head in the sand, which is not true. I read today they don't really do that. It just looks like it when they're eating and they're tending to their eggs.
Or was it
But that
named
was
after a person's last name, ostrich? You
No,
know, some
I
kind of
doubt
deal.
it. Yeah,
no,
that
it's based on
Someone's last
Yeah.
how
name
it
is
looks like with the
Sometimes,
ostrich.
Good observation, but I doubt it. But what I do want to say is I tend to put off doctor's appointments and things like that. But it's not because I'm afraid of bad news. I'm afraid of them probing around and making some bad news.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just like we talked about the
Yeah.
other day when they want to test these tumors and things. Sometimes I don't have
And
it.
they can
Glory
mess
to
up.
God.
Glory to
Exactly.
God.
Then they be done cut it open and everything leak out. Now they saying you stage 4.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
no. Any bills, anything? What y'all been avoiding?
Red light tickets.
Red light.
I do not like opening anything from no.
Catch
Or the
me when you
Department of
can. Catch me when you can.
I don't. I literally run because I don't be trying to run the light, but also like sometimes it just changes faster than I can get through.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, what about ignoring the warning signs like financial, emotional, or physical? And have you regretted it later?
Yeah, I've literally done this, and so my issue is seeing where this, and I would always say I'm not going to handle it. Mine is especially with bank accounts, and so it's like I know in my head that the money is there, but I don't like to check it because then it's like, oh, is this going to go quicker, kind of thing, right?
Okay.
But then what I found over recently for me to get over this, because I think I struggled with this ostrich effect, was that it was me not wanting to actually face it because whether it's the fear of rejection or of not wanting to take on worry and concern. And so then I realized, like, wait, if this is who I say I am and God is my provider, if it's a bill, if it's a circumstance, a situation, let me just face it. Let me start asking questions. Let me get on the phone. Let me see what I can do. And since I've been doing it that way, it literally has turned out in my favor every single time.
Oh, nice. When you rely on the
When
Lord.
I just let it go and
Them
stop
hands.
thinking that me hiding it is going to make it go away.
He be turning that money into 4 fish and the loaves of bread all that.
Hey.
Well, I mean, when you're dealing with this ostrich effect, could it be like the difference between dealing with taking a mental health break, or are you really just avoiding reality?
I'm avoiding the red light ticket.
Yeah.
I am. I'm not gonna lie. I know my flaws.
Now, that's the same thing for the parking downtown.
Oh.
I avoid them doing the $27.
Thankfully, I got a garage.
them
What? But don't they
$27
increase in?
Not that much.
Oh, they don't.
About $14.
Well, make sure you stay on top of that, because that's what I thought
Why pay for it?
with
You have
SunPass and ePass. I thought that, they just charge you for the toll.
For your plate.
Next thing you know, it's $500. You owe them $1,000,
I did that.
$4,000. Exactly.
I had got it to about
Exactly.
$2,000 one time with
Once they
tolls.
see that we're getting used to the structure of it, then they start changing it up. So now it's like, even if you get $27 in tolls, every time they pull it, you now get additional $150 just for the pulling it. So it's 27 plus 150 every time.
Like an
they pull it.
administration fee. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, what's a small step that you could take to face something you've been putting off? Small steps.
Accountability.
Oh.
Find a good accountability person that you can say, hey, I got these things, help me to make sure I get it done.
I just need to stop procrastinating.
Yeah.
That's my biggest enemy.
Procrastinating. To just pay it. Because you don't want to see it. Because it's taking some money out your pocket.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I don't want to pay the bill.
Right. But then it ends up increasing.
I know.
I know.
It's bad. It's
Okay.
procrastination.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, what hope do we have in Trump's America? You know, things are only going to get more and more expensive, so we sure can't be any
He gonna put the
hostages
tariff
now.
on tolls in the red light tickets in a minute.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to stand in front of this thing now, baby. We put our head in the sand for 5 minutes. You might come up in this World War X.
Right.
We don't miss all the other ones.
Will you stand with us?
Oh gosh.
I'll stand with the Lord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
What side?
Right, because I've been trying to wonder which one he's been standing with.
Okay,
yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry.
Now we were doing good
I'm
now.
sorry, Willie. I'm sorry. That's a wrap for today's show. But before we sign off, we'll leave you with your quote of the day. Now, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And that's by James Baldwin. All right, y'all. So thank y'all for joining us today. We're glad to have you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Catch us tomorrow on POV. We're right here, only on Afro TV.